Morning. Yes, I hear this. You can see that tweet. I will the location. Okay. Okay. It's very day. Singapore. That day. Okay. Yeah. That. Probably I'll go. Probably the bridge. Good. It's clear on bad on us. Probably. Uh, so we'll just wow. Which is possible. No, sorry. The VPN. Looking now. Yes. Not good. Um, I around. Maybe I can go to another and this time when um, last week when go back to the location, how it goes. Maybe I get the train signal train station. Photo, the phone has toggle the upload up. I the reason actually this is a and I'm sure that like a ago is update. Not too sure the download speed. Um, I maybe I do because reason guide if I want upload, asking about H. Ask me to 10. Maybe this is that. Maybe we hang up and try again. Yep. Okay, everyone to come to which. Suddenly it got better. Okay, cross our fingers. Cross our fingers. Probably I restart prison. How about boxcars? Is it working well? Yeah, it's always unpredictable, the technical side of it, of a virtual tour. Challenging, but I think helped me to learn a lot. You can hear the birds. It's pretty quiet in Chinatown now. It's almost 9 a.m. Friday morning. Sunny, clear skies. Around 28 degrees Celsius. Okay. Hello. Thank you, Chris. We are in this together. Yay. Okay, Bernard, no idea what you did. You keep saying to yes, great, great. All right. I'm not sure what I did. Probably I just restart the prison app again. Probably, and probably I changed to a new location. You never know. As long as it's working well, I think we're happy, right? Yeah, sure. Officially start. Yes. Good morning, my friends. Nice to see you again. My name is Bernard from Singapore. Yay, nice to see you guys again. Let me know, all right, who is in the house with me this morning for our Chinatown tour part 2, Mysteries of Singapore. I'm feeling very positive today. I love the energy. All right, thank you, James Lee. Keep it up and looking forward to an awesome tour. Thank you, James Lee. I think you are from Singapore, right? Yes. And you can see, all right, I wear a t-shirt with 2 Chinese characters. Who can read Mandarin? I'm not sure. Is it? Of course, it's freak over, right? But it actually describes this Chinese cupcake, right? Hello, Dai, loves your t-shirt, thank you. Yes, I was explaining, all right, it is a Chinese cupcake. We will see probably some of this later on, and I will explain to you, all right, what's so special about this cupcake. Hello, Christian from New York. Hey, nice to have you. Nice to see you again. Yes? How are we doing on the, it should be a Thursday evening, right? Thursday evening. Okay, I should not be moving around. I was just looking at it. Yes? Guten Morgen, Michaela from Germany. Welcome, Tigel, yes, my good friend from Canada. All beautiful now and have a fabulous tour, Bernard. Thank you so much, Tigel. You can imagine how stressful I was last weekend, but now I'm back. Yes, I'm ready to give a good tour in Chinatown. Yes, thank you, Tigel. So let me know who is coming. All right, we'll just wait for another, let me check. Oh, it's already 9:05. Yes? Yes, Tigel, nice to see you as well again. Great. So today, we are back in Chinatown. As you can see, it's too early in the morning, but I'm already on Pagoda Street. So this is one of the oldest streets in Chinatown, and I want everybody to remember the name of this street, because later on, this street would be a mystery to be solved, and I'll explain to you the mystery later on. But where are we now? We are right in front of this woman, a statue of a woman wearing a red cap. And she is known as the Sam Sui woman. Let me go closer. So it's a tribute to Sam Sui woman. So this lady, she was not a street food seller, neither was she a carpenter, but she was indeed one of the earliest construction workers in Singapore. You can imagine, right? A tough woman. So she came from China in the early 1900s, and she worked very hard as a construction worker here. And her main responsibility, of course, was to construct all these beautiful heritage shop houses around Chinatown using her hands, of course. So you can see, oh, not the money changer, but she, of course, all right, she was here to earn a little fortune so that she can bring back the money to her family in China and give them a more comfortable life. You would have noticed that she was wearing a red cap. So this was very important for 2 reasons. The first reason, since she was working in the construction site area, she needs to be careful. Secondly, red is an auspicious color in the Chinese culture. And that is the reason why you can see Chinatown Heritage Center is painted in red, and some other buildings around we love to use red color as well. Tigao, is it super hot now or in the middle? It's still early, so the temperature around 28 degrees, but it always feels a little bit warmer because of the humidity. Yes, so it's around, I can feel like it's 32, and because I'm working on the tour, I feel even more humid. Yes, but it's all right. We have some rain for the last few days, short little rain, so that was good. So we never know what is the weather going to be like for the rest of the day. Yes, so that was the story of the Sam Sui woman. And I remember this street, Pagoda Street. As we know, I grew up in Chinatown area, and this was the street that I often came with my grandparents. Not to visit the Sam Sui woman or the Chinatown Heritage Center, but back in the 1970s, this was still nothing but a slum. And the street was occupied with a street market. So I'm going to share a photograph of the market. So this was how it looked like back in the olden days. Very busy, and I love coming with my grandparents because I enjoy the sight and sound of the market. But not when my grandmother decided to purchase her chicken, because the store owner will slaughter the chicken in front of my eyes. And it's bloody childhood for me. So I went away from my grandmother. I joined my grandfather. And my grandfather will stop by one of the shops in Chinatown, Pagoda Street, Chinese sign. Okay, hopefully I can, just let me know if the visual is not great, just let me know, so I will not go into the covered area, but I will just zoom in, right? So if you know Mandarin, the two last Chinese character read Yang Fu, and it means Western suits. So how on earth my grandfather would want to buy a Western suit when he was not even a CEO, but just a street food seller? So he would stare at the Western suit, and I would ask my grandfather, Pa, if you really like this Western suit, why don't you get yourself one suit? He looked at me and he smiled and he said, Child, wish I could afford it. Yes, indeed, all right, it was not cheap to own a Western suit in the past. And the only reason that he wanted to have the Western suit is because his dream of coming here to Singapore, of course, was to get a job, get some money, and head back and reunite with his family. And when he reunited with his family, he wanted to be a Western suit. After all, the Western suit for the Chinese in the past, it symbolized success. Yes. So he will make his family feel proud when he go back to China with the Western suit. And that was my grandfather's dream. Unfortunately, his dream did not come true. He continued to work very hard on the street, selling, I still remember, all right, Chinese donut. Oh, actually, I realized that I have a photo, not my grandfather, but my grandmother and my father doing this donut trade. Yes, can you see the guy that is in singlet? That was my father. Young and handsome. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2019. And The hello Shannon, hello, it looks good. Yes, cross our fingers. And the low lady that is sitting, frying the donut, that was my grandmother. Yes, and this business, all right, today, because after the passing on of my father, we have stopped the business. Yep. So with a small little business like this, my grandfather could not afford to even afford to buy himself. So okay, I'm just trying to get rid of the photograph. Yes. Let me see how I could do it well. I just want to be very careful. Okay, let me do it for a while. Okay. I think it's because of the okay, I think we're all right now, yeah? Let me know. Yes. So let's continue our tour and share more mysteries of Chinatown. Hey guys, for those who just joined us on YouTube or Facebook, many hellos from sunny Singapore. This is Bernard Cole, a local tourist guide in Singapore, and I'm so happy to share with you the beauty of the ethnic quarter. Actually, it is the largest ethnic quarter in Singapore. The population in Singapore today is about 5 million people. And we have about 75% Chinese. So my race is Chinese, but please do not mistaken me as a Chinese from China. I call myself a Singaporean Chinese because after all, I was born here. Yes, and we have about 15% Malay and 10% Indians. And Chinatown started its development as early as the 1800s. And some of these beautiful buildings that you can see now have all been carefully conserved and repurposed. Yeah, and I want us to pay a little bit attention on this one. Isn't it beautiful? It is a very big shop house, as you can see. All right, stretches from one end to the other end. And it is very unique and definitely my personal favorite, because on the third floor, or on the highest floor, you can see 1, 2, is 3 stories high. And on the third story, you can see that it's a beautiful balcony. So this isn't going to be your typical residential house. But this was indeed the first Chinese opera house in Chinatown. Yes, Chinese musical. I'm not too sure how much you know about Chinese opera, but I love it because it is always so engaging to look at the makeup, the costumes, and the singing. But it can get a little bit draggy. Hey, Tigel. Wow, love your comments. I would love the donut. Yes, we still have the donut here, but not by my anymore. My father served the best donut. Yes, all right. Thank you, Tigel. All right, thank you. Yes, my father is always living in my heart. So take a look at this Chinese opera house. Yep, I have a picture that I could share with us how it looks like in the 1980s. And you can see the comparison, right? Okay, I'm trying to move this away. This is exactly, I'm standing right now, exactly the same position that this photo was taken. And this photo was taken in the 1980s. Wow, you can see the vast difference, right? From the balcony to the facade of the opera house. Yes? And in case you're wondering, like, oh, when was this opera house? Is it really an opera house? Let me close this photograph. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, I'm just going to put away first. Can you see? 1887. So, this was the year that the opera house was set up. And today, it has repurposed and it has become a hotel. So guys, you know where you can have the most authentic experience in Singapore Chinatown when you visit us. And that is to stay right in the heart of Chinatown. Okay, watch out for the traffic. I'm sorry guys if I move a little bit fast because I was just looking out for the traffic. The drivers here. But, alright, a little bit more about this opera house. Oh, you my sweaty face. The sun is almost out already. So, a little bit about the opera house. Alright? And it was a naughty place. Actually, Chinatown was a very notorious place. We never liked it. I never liked it, except the market, of course. Yep, when I was a little child, because it was full of gambling dens, opium dens, and of course, prostitution. So the opera house was turned into like a Chinese nightclub in the later days. And you would have the ladies. Yes, I'm not wrong, guys. I'm just going to show you the opera house from, I just walk. Okay, I'm just going to get the picture clear. So you would have the ladies waving. That's the purpose, one purpose of the balcony. Yes, waving down. And so this is where the man can be spotted, but not women. All right? Ladies would not like to be seen in this part of the street. And what's the name of the street? Smith Street. Yes, I'm just going to... Just let me know if the visual is still well and I'm still sounding good. Smith Street. So you will... It's very interesting in Singapore Chinatown. The names of some of these old streets, we have retained it, right? And it still sounds very European, isn't it? Very Mr. Smith, right? Mr. Smith is the governor, and this street was named after him, but he will never expect it that his street has become a red light district. Okay, I need to... Hello! Christian, thank you. Yes, because Singapore has changed so much, so it's good to show you some of these old photographs and do a little comparison. So there's a mystery of Smith Street. It was full of brothels. I'm going to show you the brothels later on. So ladies, you can join me if you like. Hello, Jeanette. It is a hotel now. Sorry, it's a hotel now, all right? It's no longer an opera house. The opera house moved to another location? No, the opera house just closed. But we do have, all right, we do have modern opera houses. Not a lot, all right, but we have associations that still practice the art. This was one of my dreams, to be an opera actor, but I think it takes a lot of patience. Hello, Ryan. Oh, some new name appeared. I didn't know you could do that. Yes? Is prostitution forbidden in Singapore today? Well, very good question. All right, it is not forbidden, but it's regulated. What do I mean by that? Right? So I'm going to share with you the story of the brothels later on. Yeah. So Tigel asked, do you have a traditional Singaporean style performance show? We actually have more than one type of culture here. So if you're talking of a Singaporean, all right, I would always say there's Chinese culture dance, Malay culture dance, Indian culture dance. Yes. So of course, some of us we want to be creative. We can blend the three cultures together. Yes. So this is something that will be interesting for all of us as well. So what we call is fusion. Yes. And talking about the mystery Chinatown, can you see this fruit? How many of you can guess the name of this fruit? Or you have tried before? It really looks like jackfruit, but it's not a jackfruit. This is the durian. The most yummy fruit. If I say it's the most yummy fruit, some of you might not agree with me. They'll say, oh, this is the smelly Asian fruit. This is how it looks like when it's open. Yes? So we just eat the whole fruit. We don't cut it like an orange. We just put it into our mouth. The smell could be quite exotic, but I can tell, all right, when you taste it, you'll love it because it's soft, tender, and very rich in flavor. But it's the smell that always draws people away. How would I describe the smell of durian? I would use onions and garlics mixed together. So guys, I leave it to you to imagine the smell of durian. How are we doing, guys? Now I'm on streets, and you can see tables around because today there isn't any red light district anymore, but we've turned it into a food street. Oh, Shannon says stinky fruit. Shannon, have you tried before? It's either you love it or you hate it. Oh, my friend is here. Almost cannot recognize him. Hello, how are you doing? Yes, I'm on a live tour broadcasting to USA, Europe, Canada. Say hello. Hi. Wow. All right. Friendly Singaporeans, huh? Or baby Bernard has a very recognizable face. Yes. So the mystery. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So I would love to talk about these houses here. Right? It's really interesting to note that above the windows there is an empty signboard. What is the mystery of these houses? These were actually old brothels. How do I know they are old brothels? Pardon me. Because this old empty signboard used to have Chinese characters, and they were advertisements for the brothels. So earlier on, Chris asked me, all right, is prostitution illegal? No, it's not illegal, but we have to regulate the trade. So the working girls today, they need to have a license. Yes, just like I need a license to be a tourist guide. And they are not allowed to be on the streets. So this is not the where the red light district is located today. It is in another area called Geylang. Maybe we can have a little tour in Geylang, huh? And I can tell you it's completely safe now to go to the red light district. Yeah. Wow, I like how the sun is shining through. the food street. Okay, thank you, Shannon. All right, yes, there would definitely be a lag. I'll just go very slow and watch out for the questions. Thank you, Shannon. Oh, Tigel, you had durian in chocolate. Probably it covers the smell of the durian. But if you ask any locals, we just love durian in its most original taste. Wow, thank you for the responses, guys. The durian, I'm reading it. Yes, Jeanette. No, I haven't had it. I've only heard about it. Need to try it for sure. Yes. This is one fruit that you should try it once in a lifetime. Because it's either you hate it or you love it. Oh, and this reminds me of a story. I was having a group tour, and this lady from Switzerland, she came up to me. We were in Chinatown, and she said, "Oh, Bernard, could you share with me some durian?" And I said, "Sure, no problem, ma'am. But are you sure? Are you sure you want to eat the durian? Because some people might not be able to enjoy it." And she said, "Yes, I heard so much about it." Just like what our friend here, Jeanette. Yeah, she wanted to try it. So she put it into her mouth, and guess what? She came up with the 4-letter word. Not the root word. But she said, "Oh, shit." I was like, "Oh my God." To us, to me, it's heaven, but to her, it tastes like shit. I was expecting her to say, "Oh, how nice, nice, right? Nice, N-I-C-E." Yes? But of course, all right, she was glad that she tried the durian. So we are still Smith Street, and this is the food store. Today, of course, all these food stores have been regulated as well. All right, even though they are on the street, you can see everything is well regulated. Hygiene is very important. All right, so this street will turn into life during lunchtime onwards. From lunchtime onwards. Wow, yummy, yummy food. And this Sunday, I'll be doing another tour, and I will focus on the Singapore hawker culture. We are going into the hawker center, and I'll explain a little bit and share with you guys a little bit more about Singapore food. And talking about food, guys, guess what I found here? Paper food. Did you see it? Okay, I'm going to pull this out and put it on the table. And make sure we get a sharp picture of this paper food. Oh yes, chicken rice, guys. Jeanette asked, could you use it like a vegetable? No. We use it to make it as a dessert, as an ingredient for dessert, all right, durian. So we mix the essence of durian. We can, it's like any fruit, all right. So if you want to make a orange, for example, orange dessert, right? So we can make a durian dessert as well. So that is one, I think, Tigel, you tried durian with chocolate. So probably, all right, that is also a dessert dish. So what is going on here with paper food? Paper, Chinese medicine, we can see here, and paper mahjong. Right? This is one game that the Chinese love it. And I know that some Germans enjoy playing the mahjong. Yes. And we have shoes, paper shoes. So this is not your typical toy shop or souvenir, guys. Okay, I'm just going to put my gimbal down because I want to do a presentation of this. So let me just adjust my camera. How are we doing, guys? Are we good? Are we enjoying the tour? Give me some likes so that I know that I'm doing well. I need that, especially this time when I'm all alone here. Yes, Tigel, you mentioned that how often do people eat durian? Yes, so because durian has its season, so it's always the best time to have durian in June and in December. All right, June and December. So that's when we have, all right, a lot of durian and we enjoy it. And there's so many different kinds of species, all right, types of durian. And it actually varies in taste. So some are a little bit more bitter, some a little bit more sweet. So it depends on what is your preference. Yes? Good. Paper food, right? And of course, remember my grandfather's story? He could not afford a Western suit when he was alive. And it's an irony that he only got his dream come true when he passed away. Yes, guys, all these paper offerings behind me, they are paper offerings. Okay, I'm just going to make sure we get good pictures here. All right. So these are paper offerings, and it is a very traditional Buddhist and Taoism culture that we believe when one passes away, they need to enjoy a better life in the other world. Yes, Dai. Oh, Japanese also love to play mahjong. Wow, right, you use the Chinese character. Yes. So we will come to, when my grandfather passed away, I remember I came to the shop and we get all these offerings for them. And we send to my grandfather, not by DHL service, but we have to burn them. Okay, we have to burn them. Thank you, Michaela. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, this is one of the oldest shops that is still surviving and selling the paper offering. So I would love to bring you guys into the shop now, but I'm not too sure about the visual because, you know, there might be some connection problem. So let me know how it goes so that we can have a little virtual visit offering shop. But before we go in, all right, I just want you guys to have a good look how the shop look like. So this shop has been here for the last almost 70 years. Yes? And it's really interesting. I mean, this is a treasure in Singapore, Chinatown, because all the other shops that I used to know, all has turned into restaurants. But not this shop. They still insist on selling their paper food. And you can see the elderly guy. He's the owner. I'm going in to say hello to him. I have known them since I am like 10 years old. Hello, Auntie.
Hi, morning.
Hello, Uncle. In case you're wondering why I call them Auntie and Uncle, they are not my real Auntie and Uncle. But this is a polite way to address the elderly. So if you come to Singapore and you are like wondering why everybody is an uncle and an auntie, you know the reason now. All right, Tigao, thank you for your comment. The paper is pretty amazing. My friend took me to the red and gold cut. Yes, all right. Red color is auspicious. Yeah. So I'm coming into the shop. Hopefully, it still look good. They're so friendly. All right, they let me come into the shop. So basically, all right, they sell the paper offerings, as we can see here. Thank you, Chris. We can see you well. Shannon, looking nice and clear so far. Yes, today, luck is on our side. And guess what, guys? Of course, I told you, right? My grandfather come here, not for a leisure holiday, but to earn money. So see what we get for him. When he passed away, we got him a lot of money. You can count the number of zeros. I have lost count. Maybe this is easier, 100,000 or 10,000, sorry. So we call this the hell notes, Hellnotes. And yes, Jeanette, these are gifts when somebody passed away, right? So isn't it amazing? Oh, and in case they need an enlarged version of the dollar note, we have it here. Are we still good with the visual? Yes? Great! I love the smell when I enter this shop because the smell came from the incense. You can see, okay, so probably here is good. Yeah. These are the incense. So this is not just a shop that sells offerings for the dead, but also offerings to the gods. So you can see all this paper offerings is in gold, right? So as what Tigel has mentioned, gold and red symbolize good luck. So this is an offering to the gods when we go to the temple. So Chris asked, so all the paper is when somebody has passed away? Yes. Of course, we will not burn the whole stack. We'll buy some. And when do we do that? All right, we do that during the funeral, and also in the death anniversary. And we have some other Chinese festivals that we want to remember our ancestors. Tigel said it would be incredible to go there if you are a tourist. Can you leave them somewhere special in memory of someone while in Singapore? Oh, it's actually pretty personal, all right? But you could actually go to a Chinese temple, right? And you can actually give some paper offerings if you like. Visual good, but noise disturbing the store. I think because of the fan, right? But before we go, all right, this is the cheapest car you can find in Singapore, $20 each. Come grab your car. And guess what? Victoria's Secret underwear. Yes, I will check on my mic. Seems like there's a little bit of electric sound. Probably it's the fan because I was near an electrical fan. Is it better now, Chris? But I will still check my mic. All right, good. How are we doing with the tour? So you have seen the paper offering shop. Oh, I forgot to say thank you to them. Thank you, Auntie. Oh, so friendly. He's a public figure in Chinatown. and you were wondering like, oh, she understands English, of course. And she did not even go to the school to learn it. She learned it, all right, from her children. Yes, so let's continue with our Chinatown tour. And more mysteries lies ahead. So coming to Chinatown today, as I mentioned, it's a little bit quiet because it's still early and tourism is still not happening here. But the best time to visit, I would say, is in the evening time. Firstly, because of the weather, and of course, secondly, all the stores will be open for you. But the paper offering shop will close, all right, every day around 3 p.m. And that's why today I need to come to Chinatown very early, just to make sure I can share this wonderful experience with all my friends here. Haha, yes, I was assuming the fan. Oh, guess what I found? Our favorite fruit, and put into a mural. See? That shows how much we love the durian. The durian salad. So we are crossing the street. So I'm going to show you. I need to run. Okay. So you can see behind me, there's beautiful pagoda. Alright, I'm on the main road, so hopefully you guys still can hear me well. It's a little bit noisy. Yeah, but I just want to show you, this pagoda right here. So this is a very important Buddhist temple today. Right? And this street, okay, can we see the temple? We can see the temple, right? Yeah. And this street, this road that I'm at, wow, Chris, you are very observant. What is Tailor Street? It is in my next tour. So guys, if you want to know what is Tailor Street, join my tour this Sunday morning, when I will show you what is the Tailor Street, okay? Let's keep it a mystery now for you, Chris. So this is one of the main roads in Chinatown. Wow, look at the street life of Singapore. And I love this street because we have the temple right there. Yes, and we often call this stretch of the road the most harmonious road in Singapore. I will share with you why. So we know that when Singapore started to develop as a modern port back in the 1819, it attracted a lot of immigrants coming from China, coming from India, coming from all parts of Asia, because to them this is a place to be. After all, the British were here and the trading post was set up. So wow, many job opportunities and business opportunities as well. So the Chinese were here, and that's why we have Chinatown. But guess what, my dear friends? The oldest religious building here is not that Chinese temple that I showed you earlier. That Chinese temple is only about 12 or 13 years old. Very, very new. But the oldest religious building is this Hindu temple. I hope I have a good picture here. Right, I'm going to get a picture of this Yes, this is a Hindu temple, and from where I am standing now, I can hear the music coming from the temple. So this is Sri Mariamman Temple, and it has been in Chinatown since the 1820s. Can you believe it? Even before the Chinese temple was here. So what happened? So this is the interesting part and the most mysterious part of my tour. How could the oldest Hindu temple be located in Chinatown? Just to answer Tigel's question, is the pagoda on top of the shophouse? No. So it's a separate building. All right, it's a separate building. It's not built on top. The temple actually is around 7 stories high. Okay, 7 stories high. Yeah. So now I have a good look of this Hindu temple. So this is an interesting part of Singapore history. When Chinatown was developed, it was not only meant for the Chinese population. The Indians were living here as well. So it was also the first Indian quarter in Singapore. So maybe I will show you this town plant. We can see the town plant here. So we can see, all right, you can see Chinese kampong. All right. Okay, I'm going to expand this. Yep, Chinese kampong and Churia kampong on my left hand side. So Churia kampong is actually referring to the southern Indians. Wow, I just realized I can actually even show you part of the pagoda now, the Hindu temple. So the Chinese kampong was indeed very near the Indian quarters. But as time goes by, Chinatown became overpopulated because there were a large number of Chinese migrants coming in. So the Indians started to move out because of this cattle. Can you see the cattle? Yes, because of the cattle. So they need, right, water, and they need food for the cattle. So even though the Indian community has moved out, all right, guys, give me a second. Trying to get out this photo. Yes. So even the Indian community has moved out, we did not move the temple out. Yes. We did not move the temple out, and today is still a functioning temple. As you can see, there's a car stopping right now, and this is the time of the day, all right, for the devotees to come and give offerings and prayers to their gods. Oh, you can see people entering the temple, and that is Pagoda Street, where we started the tour. Remember Pagoda Street? So the mystery, the biggest mystery of Chinatown is this street is not named after a Chinese pagoda, but the pagoda or the tower of the Hindu temple. Guys, isn't it cool? You have Singapore Chinatown, but you have such an important Hindu temple, and we have to name the street after the Hindu temple called Pagoda Street. Amazing. That's not all. Further down the street, you can see these two green little towers here. So this is actually a mosque, guys. Can you see this? So this is also set up by the early Indian Muslims. So we have a mosque here, and then we have Hinduism right here. And further down we have the Buddhist temple. Alright, the buses are very busy now. Let me go to somewhere. Maybe here is better. So I just want to make sure we can see the Buddhist temple right there. And that's why I highlight to you that this road is the most harmonious road in Singapore. Singapore, we have 3 important religions side by side without any conflict, even till today. So I remember somebody asked me, alright, is there racism here in Singapore? This is the evidence. There is no discrimination, alright, regardless of your race and your religion. And guess what? We are already on Muhammad Ali Lane. This is a Chinatown, guy. This is the Singapore Chinatown that I'm proud of. With so many different cultures and histories and religions, all living, all staying together side by side. Yes. So Tigao, I said that I have enjoyed in Bugis 3 times and really enjoyed the heritage area and night bazaar. Yes. All right. So Bugis is another area that is very good for nightlife. So I'm coming almost to the end of my tour. I'm so glad that my gimbal didn't give way. I was throwing very hard. Yes, and of course, all right, everything was working well, hopefully. So if you enjoyed this tour, I know you guys would have enjoyed this tour. Hopefully you have enjoyed this tour. All right, show us your support. All right, show us your support. You can click the link below to do a little donation. All right, and I think that really meant a lot. If not, all right, I'm so glad that you guys come on board this morning and join me for this wonderful, I hope wonderful tour. All right, that I curated myself, Mysteries of Chinatown. And of course, thank you, Chris, from SANDEMANs tour, for working with me and helping me and tolerating my gimbal to make all this possible. So this Sunday, so it's Saturday night, but Sunday morning, this Sunday morning in Singapore, I will see you guys again, all right, for another Singapore tour where I will bring us on a wonderful journey to the hawker center, because we know the hawker culture is is listed as a UNESCO heritage now. So we want to find out what's so special about the culture, and also we will be visiting a traditional wet market. Oh, how could it be a wet market? Yes, so I will show you, all right, more Singaporean life on this Sunday morning, 8 a.m. Singapore time. So you go figure out. Chris from SANDEMANs will help you to figure out what time you need to be turning on for this live tour. Yeah, just before I go, some more comments. Thank you very much, Eric. The city is so clean. Yes, it's very clean, right? But you could not imagine it was not so clean, and it was quite filthy in the past. So it took us many years, all right, of cleaning up and managing the city. So today, everywhere looks so clean and safe. I think the important thing is very safe. Thank you, Jeanette. Thank you for always in Singapore with me. I'm glad to enjoy the tour. Wow, Tigel, you have came here for Katy Perry concert, but you are the Singapore superstar, brother. Thank you very much. And Tigel, you are definitely a star by yourself in Canada. Yes, and of course I'm looking forward to see you the next time you visit Singapore. I love the murals behind me. Just maybe there are some comments coming in. Yeah, and you can see it depicts the multicultural of Singapore. Oh, guess who I found? Some sweet woman, guys. Yes. How wonderful. And the Indian shopkeeper, and of course, all right, the Chinese man that used to be here making lion head, we call it the lion head, for the lion dance. Thank you, Tigel. I'll see you this Sunday Singapore time, so it's Saturday for you, right? Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you real soon. Stay safe. Have a good night. Bye-bye.